Okay.
Okay.
Now all of
Now all
you,
of you,
please concentrate here. Just try to read the numerical. That numerical is use the Kirchhoff's law. Now here they have specially mentioned that to determine the value and direction of a current flowing in each battery. Now if you see that the diagram, in this diagram there are two DC voltage source are present. One is a 12 volt, another one is a 8 volt batteries, and in that external resistance, and this is that external resistance is there. Also determine the potential difference across that external resistance. Now this external resistance is of 10 ohm. All resistances are in ohm. Now actually if you see the diagram and try to recall the concept of a real voltage source, do you remember that the concept of a real voltage source? The real voltage source has its a finite value of an internal resistance, and that internal resistance is always represent in a series with that voltage source. So that this 2 ohm is the internal resistance of this 12 volt battery. This 1 ohm is the internal resistance of a 8 volt battery, and this 10 ohm is connected across these two batteries, and the two batteries are connected how? Series or parallel? Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why your voice is very less? Am I clearly audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Audible.
sir. Yes, sir.
Then why you are not responding me? How these two batteries are connected here?
Parallel.
Ah, okay. And this 10 ohm is that external resistance. So what we have to find out? We have to find out the value of current. And I think in this diagram, the direction of a current is already decided. It is given. With these given directions, we have to solve the numerical here. If you see that this X value of a current, it starts from positive terminal of this 12 volt battery. And the Y value of a current, it starts from positive terminal of 8 volt battery. At point A, when these two currents are comes together, X and Y, so its resultant current is X plus Y. It flows through this 10 ohm resistance. At point C, if this X plus Y current comes, so I say that X plus Y, this current is the incoming current for point C. So according to the basic property, X current will flow and it will take a path of 2 ohm resistance and it will return to the negative terminal. Similarly, Y current will take a path of a 1 ohm resistance and it will return to the negative terminal of 8 volt battery. This is the circuit diagram in that. So how many unknown variables are here? Unknown variables of current. How many unknown variables are here? How many closed loop we have to consider here? 2. 2. Is it right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why I feel today that you are not listening properly. Okay, still I just okay. So now please concentrate here. Uh, can I assume that one more point here? I assume that I think it's this is a point B, but here it is shown here, and this is a point D. Is it right? So here we have to consider the two closed loop. So let me consider that first closed loop, which is equal to A, B, C, D, and A. Why I consider this closed loop? Because this 12-volt battery and this 8-volt battery, it will be included in that loop. So it means that our mandatory criteria, it will be fulfilled by that loop is there. That's why I can consider here. Is it right? So now, if I trace this loop in a clockwise direction, so I trace this loop in a clockwise direction. And when I trace this loop in a clockwise direction, I will start to apply the Kirchhoff's voltage law from the point A. And when I want to move from clockwise direction, so should I move from A point to B point or A point to D point?
A
A
to
point to
B.
B point.
A point to B point. So let's our journey, we starts from A point. Then in between A to B, this 12-volt battery is there. And for that 12-volt battery, when we move from A to B, we are moving from positive to negative. So the outgoing sign is a negative. So I can decide it that the minus sign here. And the 12-volt battery voltage, it is already given. We call it 12. Then when we move forward B to C, one more resistance is there. But now try to, I think our one steps is missing here. We have not decided the polarity of a resistor. Now, as you know that the current X will enter in these 2 ohm resistors, so that this is a positive and this one is a negative. Current Y, it enter in this 1 ohm resistance from this end, so that this is a positive, this one is a negative. And if you see that the current X plus Y, when it enters into this 10 ohm resistance, this end is acts as a positive, this end is acts as a negative. Now come to the point. When we move from B to C, in between them, the 2 ohm resistance is there. And when we move from B to C, actually we are moving from negative to positive terminal of this 2 ohm resistance. So that outgoing sign is a positive. So I can write it's a plus sign. And then we will decide the voltage across these 2 ohm resistance. आता आपल्याला त्याच्यातून फ्लो होणारा करंट माहित आहे, X आहे. त्यातून त्याचा रेजिस्टन्स माहिती आहे 2 आहे. सो कॅन आय राईट इट डाऊन हियर, विच इज नथिंग बट 2 into x. आता इथं I1 नाही आहे, I2 नाही आहे, नोटेशन फक्त वेगळं आहे कारण त्याने दिलंय म्हणून आपण ते नोटेशन यूज करतो. Then we have to move from C to D. Is it right? And when we move from C to D, in between 1 ohm resistance is there, and we are moving from positive terminal towards the negative terminal. So I decided that it's a minus sign. And what value of current it flows through this 1 ohm resistance? It's a Y. So I say that current into resistance 1Y. Is it right? Then we move from D to A, in between 8-volt battery is there. And when we move from D to A, we are moving from negative to positive. So outgoing sign is positive. So I say that it's 8, which is equal to 0. Is it that clear? Then I can write here 2x minus 1y, which is equal to minus 12 minus 8 minus 4. When it transferred to other side, it should be plus 4. Equation number 1. Get it my point? Yes or no?